Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, the Angels of Alchemy. I'm psychic medium and angelic channel, Dee Grewal. And this is going to be the general collective reading from May 16th to May 31st. I wanted to give you some of what's going on astrologically, more so covering the retrogrades that we have for this month, and then go into the tarot cards and oracle cards. I hope everyone's doing well and you're taking good care of yourselves. And know that I'm keeping the general collective in my thoughts and prayers and sending healing. I know these are challenging times, but the most important thing that we can do right now is really focus on keeping our vibrations high, focusing on the positive, trying to ground our energies, and just be the light. That's what we're here for, and that's what we need to do, to be the light and to be the love that we are. So real quick, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. If the messages resonate, please don't forget to give me a like and thumbs up on the readings. I would greatly appreciate that. Those of you who already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And if you could give me a thumbs up and like on the video at the end, that would be awesome. If you're looking for personal readings, that is all. My information is in the description box below. You can find me on Facebook at Dee Grewal, Psychic Medium and Angelic Channel, as well as on Instagram at the Angels of Alchemy. And again, that's all in the description box below. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. And if the messages do resonate, please don't hesitate to give me a like and thumbs up. Also, I would love to hear your feedback and comments about what's going on with you. If you wish to share, beautiful, share. I'm open to discussion in that way. So with that being said, let's look at what's unfolding here. So we have, by the end of this month, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be one other planet that's going retrograde, but we have 4 planets retrograde, okay? We have Pluto retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, and that's happening from April, that began April 25th to October 4th. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius and going to go back into the sign of Capricorn, which it was in previously, and that's from May 11th to September 29th. We also have Venus retrograde. Venus went retrograde on May 13th, and that's going to be until June 25th. Venus retrogrades for 40 days. 40 is a very spiritual number. It's extremely significant. It's an extremely spiritual and significant number. So the fact that Venus retrogrades for 40 days is very important. And Venus is going to be retrograde in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so you will see themes around communication, relationships with Venus. We'll go into that in a minute. And then we have Jupiter retrograde, and that's going to be in the sign of Capricorn from May 14th to September 14th. What's significant here is that there is a theme. We will have 3 planets retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn is an earth sign. You look at the themes of Capricorn when you're looking at these retrogrades, because that's going to be key here. We're looking at those things that we can see, feel, and touch. We're looking at earthly things. Capricorn is about money and business. Okay, so economics, that is at the forefront, right? We're looking at things in regards to economy right now. So it's interesting that we'll have 3 planets that are retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. With the Pluto retrograde, Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, okay? It's the planet of transformation. If I was going to give it a symbol, it would be the phoenix rising from the ashes, all right? Pluto it encourages creation and destructions, endings and beginnings. So the focus is on the darker side of life, the shadow, you know, where it's like where the power is born, okay? The power is born in the shadow because it's from the shadow that we rise. It's from the experiences that we have from the darker side of life that brings us to the lighter side of life. So, you know, anytime we're looking at retrogrades are a time to bring your attention inwards. It's about introspection, going within, tuning into yourself, tuning into the divine. It's about reflection, revisiting, reanalyzing, restructuring. It's all the re's, okay? Revitalizing. These are all important factors when we're looking at retrogrades. And so Pluto is really the connection to the shadow self, and how that relationship that we have with the shadow self. It's learning to accept and love that which is in the shadow as well as the light. So these are the themes that are going to come up with the Pluto retrograde. You then have Saturn retrograde, and Saturn is the planet of karma, okay? And it's about restrictions. It's associated with delayed gratification and long-term goals. And so during this retrograde, you know, you're going to be looking at rethinking your priorities and witnessing the consequences of your decisions. But, you know, I also feel that old cycles where things weren't taking off, where projects weren't taking off, where goals weren't exactly heading in the direction that you had hoped, I feel like you're going to be restructuring them, and an old cycle is going to close out of things not working out, so that they can blossom and so that they can bloom. So when you come out of this, you're going to come out this very renewed and a new way, and have a new perspective, and a different vision of how you're going to approach certain projects. Some projects you're just going to have to leave behind. Some of the goals that you've been working towards, you're going to be done with that cycle. It's not going to be in the energy going forward, but there will be something new that will come from it, okay? Then you have Venus retrograde, okay? So in the sign of Gemini, Venus is a planet of relationships, love, money, all of that which is of the material. And it reveals the needs to, it reveals where you need to improve your relationship in regards to yourself, with others, and your relationship that you have with money and finances. You're going to have to look at how you spend your money as well. It takes you deep into how you perceive and function in love and relationships, as well as your relationship with money. It isn't necessarily a good time to excessively buy, to go shopping, to want to spend money. And sometimes people want to shop during Venus retrograde, but it's the worst time to do that. It's not a good time to do that. And it's not a good time to commit to major financial decisions, or make big relationship decisions, okay? It's when you come out of the retrograde, it's fine to take action, but not during that retrograde. It's also not a good time to change physical appearance, because, you know, sometimes what you like in a Venus retrograde, when you come out of it, you'll hate it. So these are some important factors here. Then you've got Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion, fortune and good luck. It is the planet of adventure and philosophical growth. So it's going to, this retrograde is going to ask you to kind of temper your desires, especially those desires that really get you moving towards what thrills you, okay? And it's going to kind of be about you focusing on internal expansion instead. It's a good time to focus on studies. You know, perhaps there were subjects or things you were studying before that you kind of let go of and dropped. that you abandoned. So this is a good time to reconnect with those things, and also to reconnect with old belief systems you used to have. Okay, it's about diving into your spirituality and rediscovering your spirituality. So there's some important things that are happening. This week in itself has been extremely important, because this week we had 3 planets turn retrograde. And so by the end of May, and this month in itself is going to be a significant month for us, and how things play out over the next few months. So pay attention to that. So one of the things that they gave me, how you can work through when going inward and connecting and meditating, is to work with sound vibration, to work with mantras. And so they gave me a couple of mantras to work with for these retrogrades that are going to be helpful, that will help you to dive deep, to go within, to connect and have a deeper understanding, okay, and to heal. So everybody knows the mantra Om, okay? Om is the absolute sound of the universe. It is the eternal vibration of the universe. It is the word of God. It is the sound of the universe, okay? It's all eternal, all encompassing. It's that divine. So this is a very powerful mantra to work with. The other one that I got was Saw Hum. Saw Hum is I am that I am all. Okay, it's I am that I am all is within me, all guides and protects me. Okay, so that's another powerful mantra to be working with. The other one that I love is Ra Ma Da Sa Sa Se So Hung. This mantra is, I'm going to give you the quick version of it. It's a healing mantra. It can be used to heal yourself, to focus on healing your loved ones. If there's somebody who is in need of healing, that's going through some kind of health related issue, then you can also focus on that mantra. And it is, you can focus on collective healing for the whole world, working with that mantra. So, recap, Pluto is ending, these are the, this is what they gave me. Pluto is going to be ending of cycles, a huge karmic release and healing. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes, so there's going to be a rebirth after we come out of this. Okay, Saturn, a completion of a major karmic relationship. This can be a negative relationship that you've been having with yourself, with your family, with friends, or a partner. But there's going to be a major karmic healing and releasing around relationships. That's what they told me. There's going to be a major childhood trauma clearing as well. And there's going to be something in the ways of your long-term goals. Okay, that's with this with Saturn. All right, that's what Saturn's going to be highlighting. I don't know if I said Saturn before, so I apologize. So Saturn is a completion of a major karmic relationship. Themes around belief systems around your relationships. You're closing out a major cycle here. Healing childhood trauma. Okay, a lot of releasing that's going to be happening in the ways of that. And there's a lot around your goals, a restructuring of your goals. Jupiter is going to be spiritual growth and transformation. It's almost like previous blocks are going to be lifted, but you need to go back to your foundation and your belief systems, go back to a way of being and studying and learning, which is going to bring this growth forward. And then Venus, there's going to be major relationship growth when you come out of this cycle. So these are very important things to look at here. Now, real quick, I'm going to read to you one of the cards that I pulled from Black Moon Astrology. I shuffled the deck and this card flew out of the deck, and it's very significant because we do have Saturn is a key player. This tells me that Saturn is going to be a key player over the next few months. All right. It's about karmic cycles. Everybody goes through a Saturn return, and usually when we go through our Saturn return, you can guarantee, excuse me for saying so, but shit hits the fan, and it can be quite challenging, and it can bring about a lot of changes. Okay, it's in a positive way because it's needed changes and it's needed growth, but perhaps you've not been ready for that, and Saturn comes in and clears it all out. So the fact that this card fell out, which is Saturn return, age, is extremely significant. So I want to read from you, because the best explanation is in the book. I'm going to read to you what the Saturn return means and what it represents. Sorry, that's Max in the background. I apologize. Maxie? He hears somebody banging outside. So, what is Saturn about? Okay, Saturn, as the Lord of Karma, shatters all illusions. It takes approximately 29 years for Saturn to orbit the Sun. So the first Saturn return happens around the age of 29. It marks a period where childish things must be put away. There is no more getting ready to live your life. It is time to live it and be responsible for your own dreams, goals, and affairs. If you hold on to things with no basis in reality, your suffering will grow and depression may follow. You cannot escape this truth-seeking energy. You must face it. The second Saturn return occurs around age 60 when you become aware of your own mortality. You may become keenly aware that you may not have enough time left to achieve your goals. Often there is a paring away of what is not essential, but for those who have not acted wisely, this will be a difficult transition. When this card is drawn, it will feel as if nothing goes right for you, and you may feel very discouraged. Just as it seems things are progressing, there are obstacles. What this truly is Saturn showing you a part of your life that may not have been based upon anything real. It may have outlived its purpose, or perhaps you've misjudged a situation thinking it better than it was. In truth, and Saturn is the planet of truth, Saturn returns are all about correction. Saturn corrects any area which isn't based on reality. It might be romance, business deals, educational paths, partnerships, or marriage. This card is pointing something out to you that may not have been genuine in the first place, and that should probably be let go. Whatever is shaky in your life won't last and probably isn't meant to. If this card is drawn, you will not be given a pass, and the matter in question will not progress as easy as you might want it to. But more positively, this marks a time when things are solidified. Whatever you accomplish currently will have permanence to it. You will have worked hard, and your hard work will pay off, gradually growing more successful over time. You may feel a sense of time running out. If any partnership is now being formed, that lover or partner may be older or in better standing than you. Pessimism may figure in, and you may be compelled to give up on something you believe in dearly. Saturn is the planet of time and measure and signifies hair turning grey or skeletal or bone problems. Dental problems are common with this transit. Saturn returns tend to bring on rough passages, but also a harvest. You're now at a time when you understand things better than you did even a year ago. It is time to brave and face this important passage. There are no quick fixes when this card turns up. Know what you can and cannot do. Take life in a measured way, much like this planet of time already does. Let go of your illusions, for they do not serve you. You're drawn to the brass tracks now. Time to see what you are made of. So, Saturn, let's go over brief meanings of the card. Weight, earth, the physical world, feelings of immensity, life's harshness, moving past hardships, another chance, paying your dues, what lives beyond the dream, ambition, doing things in a measured way or at the right time, December and January, building a foundation, being steady, responsibility, waiting it out, bleakness, aging and dealing with the aged, nursing homes, sickness, endings, fortitude, endurance, releasing what does not work, feeling pressed for time, feeling stuck, being boxed in, frustration, father and older males, deserved success, the colors brown, black, and gray, what endures, facing the truth, a time to get real, a reality check, stripping things bare, clearing the past, karma, fated relationships, emotional coldness. It's very significant that one of the factors is sickness, as we're dealing with a major spread virus. And being that this is a reading for the collective and we're clearing out karmic cycle, there's a major healing and clearing that's happening. It's almost like, you know, we're being forced to look at things in this cycle that we've been ignoring for a very long time. We're being forced to really live and be in alignment with our authentic truth, and to connect to the soul and the spirit, and let the soul and the spirit guide us versus outside forces or circumstances. You know, where there's been, this is also about where there's been tyranny and control and manipulation and narcissism, all of those behaviors that have been imposed upon us for a very long time. There are certain things collectively that are crumbling, and they must crumble for the new time, the new era, the new world that we're moving into. You know, and honestly, the way the angels have brought it to me is a dawn of the new era, and the golden era is what they call it, the golden age. So let's go ahead and look into the cards. So this card tells me that you know, this retrograde, and especially as it moves, you know, back into the sign of Capricorn, it's going to be a very significant time. And we're going to see some past patterns and themes come up, but there will be a major karmic release and a closing of a cycle here. Those of you who have had parental issues, or there's been a father figure in your life that you might have had issues with, there's going to be something in regards to that. There's going to be something, I feel like a major healing for some. I also feel that during this energy, there could be losses that are related to fatherly figures at this time as well. It's just a feeling that I'm getting, and I'm giving what I'm getting. Okay, so, and perhaps there's going to be some, you know, something very deep from childhood that will be released and healed at this time. So you also have from my Moonology deck is luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. What I'm feeling is, for some reason, I'm really feeling the connection to Jupiter here. There's going to be a lot of deep thinking and spiritual growth at this time, and you're going to be connecting to your soul self. And with that, you're being guided that, you know, look at things from the higher perspective. See things from your spiritual side. Know that you're being supported. And what this tells me is whatever is going to be challenging you during these retrogrades, know that there is a blessing. Okay, you're being supported, and I feel very much this kind of comforting feeling from the divine coming in here to lend that support. Okay, don't focus on the negative, focus on the light. That's what's going to be important here. There's a lot of fear-based energy right now because you have the card of fear. It's coming up as energy. There's a lot of things that are shifting and changing, which are bringing up a lot of fears for people. All right, it's important for you to release and surrender the fears and focus on faith. Focus on your beliefs. Focus on connection. Connection is your greatest protection. Go within. Listen to the inner voice. Listen to your higher self and listen to your guides. Okay, you have to ground your energy here. You cannot allow fear to rule your life. And fear is an illusion. Okay, it's an illusion created by the mind and the ego. That's what you need to look at. So we need to release this energy. Why is this fear here? Well, people are afraid. Will there be magic in life again? People are afraid Are we going to be able to manifest a new start? Are we going to be able to manifest a healing, a greater healing? Are things going to come back into balance? All right. We have the Magician card here. This is also the card of Gemini. But these are the things that people are thinking about. You know, nothing's changing. Are we able? And yet the Magician tells you you have the tools to create and change, or be the change that you want to see. You are not powerless. You know, this is about connecting to the power of God within you, within your soul, within your spirit. You know, the fear is, are we going to have a balance? Are we going to be able to get back to normalcy in our lives? Is there going to be balance here? All right. You know, it's almost, this tells me there's a karmic justice that's playing out, but there's a fear of things not being balanced again. Are we going to be able to manifest stability once more? That's what this tells me. And the reason why I say that is because highlighting the Magician and the Justice card underneath fear, you have Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles about manifesting a new start, new beginning, right? I asked, why is the fear card here? Because people are worried about money, finances, stability, if we're going to be able to have a new start. Okay, they're worried about jobs. Are they going to be able to get a new job? And yet, we will have this, but we need to release this fear that we have and instead focus on the light. Then you have, as a consciousness, okay, this is consciousness, deserving. There's this theme around people don't realize what their worth is. And part of the energy that we've been in, we've been forced to review and revisit and look at the relationship that we have with ourselves. See what our worth is, okay? Love and appreciate ourselves. So there's almost this kind of belief system that's out there that doubts that you deserve to have good in your life. And there's also this sense and feeling, they tell me, that people, you know, in your mind, it's what have we done to deserve this? There's that element and that feeling to this. And, you know that you deserve to have happiness, joy, peace, and bliss. This is about learning to be in a place, be the calm in the storm. Don't be the storm. Don't be the chaos. Be the calm in the storm. And know that we deserve good things in our life. This is just a hurdle we're in right now. This is not forever. We're not going to be in this situation or this circumstance forever here. There's this emphasis for the collective that is very focused on relationships. And you have the the Lovers here. Okay, this is the card of Gemini. When we have the Lovers card, it's about choices and decisions in relationships. With all the retrogrades, we have Venus retrograde. There's going to be themes around communication, the communication that you have with yourself, with your family members, with a partner. There could be a lot that's coming up to the surface. There's going to be a questioning of relationships. You're going to be looking at reviewing partnerships and alliances that you have. The relationship with yourself is hugely significant and important here. Some of you, I feel there's going to be challenges around relationships, and almost some people that have been holding off on making major decisions about relationship. This energy is going to force you to make changes in a lot of ways. Don't do it during the Venus retrograde. Wait until you come out of it. But a lot of people are ending karmic relationships, okay? Whether it be, whether it be husband and wife, whether it be boyfriend, girlfriend, whether it be relationships with friends, siblings, whatever it is, okay? That is at the forefront here. And underneath deserving, this also tells me your self-value and self-worth is up at the forefront. You're having to revisit the relationship that you have with yourself and learn to see yourself from a completely different perspective. There is family situations here with the 10 of Cups that are up for review, okay? What I'm also feeling, that there's a very long, a very deep-rooted feeling that stems from childhood about not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough, feeling rejected and dejected. And that comes I feel that for some of you, this comes from a fatherly figure. For others of you, it's relationships that you've had in your family that made you feel less than. That you gave your power away over to this belief system that just isn't true. Because the minute you start looking yourself as spirit, that vision that you've had of yourself is going to change. You're not going to see yourself in that light. You're just going to know that this is an illusion that you've created. It's just not true. All right? So there's a lot about value. And, you know, perhaps you felt unworthy of receiving love. Okay, that's just what I'm getting. These are the themes that are going to be coming up during this time. Some of you that are going to be ending relationships, I do feel that once you step into this feeling of, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I am worthy of receiving love. I deserve love. I don't have to settle in my life. I am going to create boundaries where I need to create boundaries. And when you start building that positive relationship with yourself, there's going to be a new relationship on the horizon. For those of you who aren't in committed relationships, there is a positive aspect. Perhaps you're going to choose to leave something behind that you believed was good for you. Perhaps you've been holding on to a relationship for fear of you're going to be alone, or you've been holding on to something believing it was something and really it's an illusion. You've taken off the mask, you've seen things for what they are. And once you do that and you step into your power, there's, you know, you might leave somebody behind. You might have two people that you're going to choose between, but there's a new relationship that's going to be on the horizon. Okay, but all in all, this is about having a brand new beginning in your relationships with your family, your friends, your partners, a new start. Some of that means ending something so that you can have that new start. Okay, closing out old karmic chapters and cycles and taking a leap of faith towards the new. Okay, with the Fool card there. You have here as an event milestone. I do feel that this cycle is going to help you overcome a huge obstacle, and it's going to be a great achievement for you. This is reaching a milestone in your life, okay, with the events here. You're overcoming difficulties, competition, arguments, obstacles, and challenges. All right, with this milestone, it's overcoming this. All right, overcoming the Five of Wands energy here. And, you know, part of that is going to be, so some of you, this has been about you taking back your power, learning to love and accept yourself, seeing what your worth is. And perhaps it's been a block for you to get to this Nine of Pentacles energy. You know, Nine of Pentacles is often viewed as the single lady card. It's the woman standing in her garden of abundance, and she's there with all her pentacles that she's created. She's fruitful. She's self-confident. She's somebody who has a smart head on her. She's been able to accomplish the goals. And it's almost like, have the faith. You know, where there's been difficulty in finances, this tells me that there's something around the month of September, okay? If you've been having trouble with finances, whatever happens between now and September, I feel that you're going to gain your 2 feet in September. You're going to be in a much more financially secure place in the month of September. And also there's going to be greater stability. Your finances are going to be in order, and you're going to be more self-confident. Okay, so you're overcoming these obstacles and stepping into the Nine of Pentacles here with this milestone. Having that confidence, I also feel this is about achieving your goals, what you've been working towards. You know, with this milestone, here you are as the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign, okay? Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This can also be a mother figure in your life, okay? But the more I'm reading the energy of the card, and what I'm getting from this card, in order to achieve this milestone, you've had to really review, revisit, and look at the past. Look at your relationships, especially the relationship you've had with yourself. But to get you through this, some of you, there could be a lending hand. Somebody could help you out, mother figure, okay? I'm feeling it in that way too. But what I'm really getting is you've learned to love and nurture yourself, okay? And it's the love and nurturing of self has helped you to achieve this Nine of Pentacles here, okay? It is love, compassion, kindness towards yourself. You know, Queen of Pentacles is a mother, okay? Oftentimes she has children. But this is about you with you, how you've been taking care of yourself. So in order to get through these challenges, you've had to stand up and fight for what you believe in with the Nine of Wands. You've had to create boundaries in your life in order to achieve this Nine of Pentacles, this success. But keep standing up and fighting for what you believe in. Stand your ground. Be strong. Be confident, okay? And fight for what it is that you want and you deserve in your life. And you've had to go through it in order to get there, but you're going to get there. Never doubt that, okay? Now, you have Spirit, and this is great. The number 4. 4 is about the angels, okay? It's the number of stability and foundation, but it also, if you see 444, know your angels are trying to get your attention. It also means that the angels are around you, loving and supporting you. So you have archangels of the 4 directions. That tells me that there is divine intervention that's at play here, especially for all of us as a collective. And this is also the angels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. They are key in what is unfolding here. Pay attention to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that are unfolding in your life right now. Very important to pay attention to that, okay? And what this tells me, the guidance that they're giving, you have the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. So that tells me that joyous times and celebrations, we will have this, okay? You've got the 6 of Pentacles. There will be a balance that is going to be restored. We will get back to a time of celebration and joy and get-togethers and having fun with our loved ones. There is a significance of 4 months. Not sure, but there's something coming up in regards to 4 months. That's what they're giving me, so that's what I'm getting. Let's see, we're in May, June, July, August. That brings us to September. Again, I'm feeling September is going to be very important for us, all right? But it's almost like what we've been putting out is coming back to us. So this hard work and effort we've put during this time of COVID, where we've lost finances, there's the gift of money. The universe is bringing that gift in, okay? It's about receiving money. It's about having that balancing. It's about, this is the card of reciprocity. What you put out is what you get back. But what that also tells me is that they're telling us, focus on joyous times. Focus on celebration. Don't focus on what you're not doing right now. Focus instead on the vibration of that so we can get back to a balancing over here. There is this feeling of nostalgia, so that's definitely, because you have the 6 of Cups highlighting 3 of Cups. It's like, when are we going to be able to celebrate? When are there going to be good times again? So there's going to be a lot, there's a lot in regards to relationships, again, that I'm feeling, the karmic cycles that are ending. And there's a lot of nostalgia here in regards to that. But we're looking back at those joyous times and saying, don't look back at it in a, we're going to get back to celebrating, having fun, being with the people that we love, okay? So the 6 of Cups is very significant in the ways of that, is that there are these feelings of nostalgia. Now, highlighting also the 6 of Cups, the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles, you have the 6 of Cups, and then you also have the Devil. All right, so we need to break free of toxic patterns and karmic cycles that are connected to the past, especially the traumas that we went through as children, but in the ways that we have relationships with people. So this is very Venus retrograde energy here. We are breaking free of codependencies, toxicity, negativity, all around our relationships, so we can get back to balance, stability, and times of joy again. Okay? This also speaks of reconciliations. There could be past lovers, past people from your past that you've had relationships with that are going to come back round. I'm also feeling that you need to be wary, because some of it is still the devil energy, toxic energy. Be careful of who you let back in during the Venus retrograde. Okay, be careful, because you have the devil here, and you know, there's this feeling of codependency, narcissism, toxic behavior. So be careful who you're reconciling with. Some of you, there's somebody that you're reconnecting with from the past, is being divinely guided to break a pattern, finally, to just break that pattern. There is a feeling, for others of you, I'm feeling there's a close bond, okay, a very strong bond. The devil doesn't always have to be negative, but there's somebody where there's such a strong bond that it could be coming back round. There could be a reconciliation in regards to that. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. This can be a friend, you know, look at it from that perspective as well. Whatever is unfolding here, we do have great achievement. So these cycles that we're in right now, these retrogrades, are actually leading us to an event of great achievement, success, triumph, victory, rewards. Okay, what is highlighting great achievement? The Ace of Wands. There will be a renewed passion for life when we come out of this. We're going to learn to live and love and play and have fun and socialize in a completely different way than we have been. Okay, there's going to be a greater sense of appreciation, a greater connection to the soul and the spirit that is shifting and changing us. Our beliefs are changing, but there's going to be a renewed passion for life here, and we will have harmony. You've got the Temperance card. What a beautiful card to have. Harmony and balance being restored to our lives. All right, what a beautiful message there. And highlighting the Ace of Wands, you can't get better than this, is the Star card. A gift from the universe. Okay, the stars, the planet, these retrogrades are aligning a certain way to bring this great collective healing, to bring this shift, not only in our personal, but also on the collective. So what a beautiful message there. Now, let's go into your guidance cards. We have here, focus on higher truths. This is about you going inwards, right? And during these retrogrades, what do? We go inwards. We reflect. This is about you getting in touch with spiritual truths. It's diving deep into philosophical truths about wisdom, okay? It's seeking the wisdom of your own soul, tapping into the energy of the divine. Look to higher truths. All right, Saturn is the planet of truth. This also tells me this is a time of secrets being revealed. There are things that are going to come and shake things up. It is literally, I see the Tower card, things crumbling so that we can rebuild, but rebuild for the better. So seeking higher wisdom and guidance here. There is, as a collective, a great hole in the soul. We all need to heal as a collective. There are, we have learnt to live a certain way that is not based on truth. And so this is a time of great healing. It's to heal that hole in the soul that we have personally and collectively, okay? And ultimately, that is leading us to the phoenix rising from the ashes. It is leading us to a new beginning, a rebirth, okay? It's overcoming those obstacles and challenges in our life and rising like that phoenix, all right? Transcendence, transformation, transmutation. And ultimately, again, whatever seeds you plant during this time, when the time is right, and I feel we're going to the fall again, there is going to be great abundance and prosperity. Seasonal harvest. That also tells me what we're experiencing right now, it's a season. Okay, we're going to overcome this. And once we do, all the seeds that we plant during this time ultimately are going to bring great prosperity and abundance, rewards, triumph, and success. So that's a beautiful reading and a beautiful message. Thank you so much for joining me. Know that I'm with you with my love, healing, and prayers. I pray for you all collectively. And, you know, leave me some comments. Let me know what's happening for you. You know, it helps to talk. It helps to have that support. That's what I'm here for. But really, the best thing that you can do right now is really focus on healing yourselves and focus on being the light. Remember who you are. You are the eternal vibration of love, and that is the vibration of God himself, and that's what you are. And know there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. We have the power of God within us. We can overcome any challenges that are presented to us. We must trust and have faith and truly believe in something higher than us. Okay, so I'm supporting you. I'm sending you incredible amount of love and healing. Please, if the messages resonate, give me a thumbs up and like on the video, and I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. God bless and namaste.